Think of this as your financial dentist visit. Not fun, but it prevents expensive problems later. And the best part is it doesn't take hours. You can do it in one sitting with a drink and a calm playlist. Start by opening 3 tabs: your checking account, your credit cards, and your savings or investing accounts. You're going to look at them in a specific order so you don't get overwhelmed. First, check your cash runway. Look at your checking balance and ask one question. How many days can this cover the basics if nothing else came in? You don't need exact math, you need a feel. If it's less than 2 weeks, that's a yellow flag. If it's less than 1 week, that's a red flag. Your goal is to keep enough in checking to cover upcoming bills plus a small buffer so your account doesn't get whiplash every time a subscription drafts. Next, scan your next 2 weeks of bills. Most banking apps show scheduled payments and upcoming autopays. Scroll that list and circle anything that looks bigger than you expected or that you forgot existed. If you catch one surprise bill before it hits, you've already made money because you avoided overdraft fees, interest charges, or the mental stress of a sudden shortfall. Now take the fastest win in personal finance. Cancel one May recurring charge. Not the thing you love, the thing you don't even notice. A trial you forgot, a duplicate streaming service, an app that promised productivity but mostly sends notifications. Canceling one thing per audit is like plugging a hole in a boat. You don't need to bail water forever if you stop the leak. Then you move to the credit card section, but not to panic. Just to check for 2 things. The first is utilization. If your balances are climbing, that's a signal your spending is outpacing your plan. The second is interest. If you are paying interest at all, mark the card that's charging the highest APR. That is your target. You don't need a complex debt strategy today. You just need to decide where the next extra dollar goes so you stop spreading effort thin. Here's a simple rule for the audit. If you're paying credit card interest, your money priority is not investing more. It's getting rid of that interest. Interest is a guaranteed loss. Investing is a probabilistic gain. Pay off the guaranteed loss first. Now do a quick spending reality check. Pull up the last 30 days of transactions on your main card. Don't categorize everything. Just look for the top 3 categories that quietly drive your month, usually food, shopping, or subscriptions. Ask yourself one honest question. Did these purchases make my life better? If yes, good. If no, pick one category to cap for the next 2 weeks. This isn't punishment, it's steering. Most budgets fail because they try to change everything. Steering works because it changes one dial. Next comes your safety net, because a lot of financial anxiety is simply, I don't know if I could handle a surprise. Check your emergency fund and ask, how many months of essentials does this cover? If you're under 1 month, your next goal is 1 month. If you're at 1, aim for 3. If you're at 3, aim for 6. If your income is unstable, or stay at 3 if your job is steady and you prefer investing. This isn't about one magic number. It's about choosing a cushion that lets you breathe. Once you've checked emergency savings, look at your long-term investing. Retirement accounts, brokerage, HSA if you have one. You're not evaluating performance like a trader. You're checking behavior. Did you contribute this month? If yes, you're winning. If no, automate something small right now. Even $25 per paycheck creates motion. Motion compounds. Now do the payday upgrade, which is the single most underrated move in personal finance. If your plan relies on you remembering to save, it will fail eventually. Change the plan so saving happens first. Set a recurring transfer that moves money out of checking the day after payday into a high-yield savings account. If you're paying off debt, move the transfer into the card payment instead. The goal is simple. Future you gets paid before present you spends. At this point, you've done the functional audit. Now, do the part that makes it emotionally stick. Choose one next step and make it small. Not 10 goals. 1 step. Examples. Increase my 401k by 1%. Pay an extra $50 toward my Target card. Move $100 into my emergency fund. Cancel 2 subscriptions. Set a cap on food delivery for the next 2 weeks. 1 step is a plan. 10 steps is a fantasy. Finish by scheduling the next audit. Put it on your calendar as a recurring event. If you only do this monthly, your money stress will drop noticeably because you won't be surprised as often. Surprises are what trigger debt. Awareness is what prevents it. If you want to make this even smoother, create a simple money dashboard note in your phone. 3 lines: checking balance, emergency fund balance, credit card target balance. Update those 3 numbers once a month. That's enough to keep you grounded without turning your life into a finance project. A financial life audit doesn't make you perfect. It makes you awake. And waking up financially is the difference between money controlling you and you steering it. When you know what's coming, you stop making panic decisions. When you remove one leak at a time, you free up cash without feeling deprived. When you automate the basics, you stop relying on motivation. That's how you build wealth in real life, quietly, repeatedly, with just enough structure to make good choices easier than bad ones.